We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Buffalo Bills. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, and they're going to throw without him. And right away, he lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's complete. It's Gore. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Well, this week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Here's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Ed Oliver brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. No, lady.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Darnold from the gun. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. so well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
15-19.
This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
57. Switch up on 52. Hey, exit.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And taken right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Now a first down and then some. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 71 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen now to throw again. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards. They'll run on first down with Singletary. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well. Signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Haywood!
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Jets 7, Bills 0.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
He can run for it, and he will. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Sort of interesting going with a draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I had first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
Yeah, instead brings up a tough 4th down. Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Jets take over.
We play to win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
58 to mine. Too little,
A 1st down throw, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. To return is Roberts. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. To throw, it's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Brandon Copeland charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops it for a loss of 11. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
54.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch 49. I'm coming. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Alert. 3 out.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here now Roberts. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Allen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Singletary here running out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Allen now on the sneak. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Go, go, go.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, it's Allen. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. A final shot before half for Allen. Out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Darnold. Letting one go deep for Enunwa. And this will be caught at the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Darnold now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Darnold now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bell. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Check. Lucky. Shoot.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen over the middle here to Brown. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 98 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They find some open field here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Belt, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58, come on. You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Don't get it. Man,
58.
Hey, Delta.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Following the field goal on is Locke Edwards to kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's not going to get me.
To throw again. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On the catch, it's Crowder. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now Bell. Bell first down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. Darnold from the gun. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means it had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Montgomery. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold airing one out for Crowder. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike. High 7.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Yo.
Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Well, that's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual-threat QB. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Now a run with Singletary, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Hey. 4 down.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Buffalo, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And